Bastions are the high school jocks of all the land-based Ark and Ark Raiders. Bulky, slow, noisy, but they'll turn you into Swiss cheese for looking at them the wrong way. Their cores are required to get your benches to level 3, and they sell for 5,000 a pop. With the Expeditions reset coming up, and the 5 million credit price tag for the max skill points, I've been farming bashes to make money, and I've made $1 million off them so far with little to no effort. Today, I'm going to break down the number of ways to deal with them, so that if you do your reset, you'll know exactly what works best, and it'll help you get your cores for your benches, and help your stash balance. Let's get into it. In my experience, like the high school jocks, bastions are always accompanied by a group of cronies to laugh at you while they take your lunch money. Expect either 2 wasps, or a hornet and a wasp, to be flying by your side when you take them on. It's best to take these out first, as there's nothing worse than being stunned when the bastion is unloading a minigun in your face. Speaking of minigun, it likes to fire it in bursts of 3, so when you hear 3 bursts, you'll stop, and that leaves you safe to pop out and deal some damage. First off, let's talk locations. Previously, the best place for bastions was Spaceport when the Hidden Bunker event was active, but Embark has taken this event away now, so the best place that I've found is the Buried City. They spawn in 3 locations: Morano Park, beside the hospital, or the Piazza Roma extraction. The best place I've found to take them out is beside the hospital, as there's a lot of cover here and there's an Ark Raider hatch right beside you. You also won't get a lot of traffic here, as it's kinda out of the way. There are a few fireballs and pops that like to hang around the ruined buildings, so be sure to take these guys out along with any other flying cronies that may be following the bastion. Now, if you see a Rocketeer flying around any of these locations when you're looking for a bastion, it means that the bastion is not there, so you'll need to look in a different area. So for example, if you see him flying around Morano Park, he'll not going to be at Morano Park, he'll be at the hospital, or he'll be at the Piazza Roma extraction point. Embark tends to keep these big arcs separated, so if there's a big arc in one of these locations, the bastion will be in another one. Also, as I've said in previous guides, please remember to take a Raider hatch key with you, as I would hate to see you lose all your juicy loot after taking all that effort to take down a bastion. Also bring a couple of smokes to provide some coverable looting. Use all these tools available to make sure that you keep your loot while taking these things out. Let's talk Wolfpack grenades. Now these are by far the best way to take out a bastion. Bastions are more tanky than the other land-based mini-bosses, so to completely take out a bastion, you're going to need 3 of these bad boys. Now try and throw the Wolfpacks behind the bastion, so when the Wolfpack pops, its seekers will hit them in the back, as the back of the bastion is less armoured and it will take more damage. If you have the ability to craft Wolfpacks, then this is a method I would recommend. It's fast, easy, and it minimises the chance of other raiders coming in and third partying you. If you can't craft them, you can still get them from security breaches, or if you're feeling particularly devilish, then you can PvP some raiders during a matriarch or harvester event, as people usually bring Wolfpacks into these events. Next up is the Deadline Mine. Now in my Bombardier guide I gave these quite a hard time. I found them too janky to place, even with the photoelectric cloak, but I was missing a key component: the snap hook. The snap hook makes it feel like you're playing Spider-Man. Simply web the bastion's head, hold the grab button to jump on, place the deadline, and hook to a bit of cover to hide. 1 deadline will take him out, and you can buy these for Apollo for 15,000 credits once per day. Just a sidebar, has anyone ever found these things topside or even a blueprint? Let me know in the comments, as I have never found one. Also, just a tip, if you're using the deadline method, then bring a lure grenade. It guarantees to take away some of the bash's attention, enough time for you to run away and let the deadline go off. Next up, we have trigger nades. Now these act the same way as a C4 does. You throw them, then you detonate it. It will take roughly 9 to take a bastion down, even less if you manage to throw any of these back. In this clip I didn't, and I only had 8 on me, so I had to finish them off myself. The trigger nades will only let you throw 3 before you need to detonate them, so keep this in mind. Throw 3, hide, detonate, and repeat until the bastion is dead. You can get the trigger nade blueprint by just going through the quest line, and it costs processors and crude explosives to make. Processors can be found in the breachable computer server cabinets. Places like Stella Montes are great for this, and crude explosives can be refined in the refinery bench. You can also buy these from Apollo. They are quite pricey for the amount you need, and honestly, I wouldn't recommend this strat as the cost per kill is too high, but it's there if you have a few trigger nades flying about. Just quickly, if you're enjoying the video, please feel free to show some love. The support I've had in the channel recently has been absolutely amazing. You lads are top tier shaggers, I can't thank you enough. If you found the video useful, or you like what I do, feel free to subscribe for more. Alright, love you lots, cheers. Now probably my favourite way of dealing with the bastions, and the cheapest, is the stitcher and ferro strat. All you need to do is find a bit of cover in the ground near the bastion. Being inside the house works better. Chip away at his yellow knees, then when a leg breaks, he will keel over to one side, run to the opposite side, and you should see his core exposed. Unload your full stitcher mag into the core and then run away. You've got about 5 seconds before he gets back on his feet, so keep this in mind. You'll need about 40 heavy and around 200 light for this. Feel free to bring in more light ammo in case of PvP encounters, and I also like to bring in spare grenades. Even craft 10 light impact grenades if you want. It helps speed up the kills. Now for me this is the most cost effective way with dealing with the bastion. You could also sit on top of a building and just chip away at them with a ferro, but this can take a while and it opens up for other people to get involved by either attacking you or attacking the bastion. And I don't like sharing my loot, so the idea is to do this as quickly and as cheaply as possible to give the biggest profit. So bring a ferro 4, a stitcher 4 and any spare grenades you've got going about. Find some cover on the ground near the bastion and just work away at his legs. When he keels over, pop his core, rinse and repeat until he's dead. This isn't by any means the quickest way, it's just the most cost effective way. If you're not caring about cost, then 100% do the Wolfpack strat. 3 Wolfpacks. It is so quick and so easy. But in a couple of weeks, a lot of us are going to be back to square one and we're going to need bastion cores to upgrade benches. So I'm showing you that you can do this with only a ferro and only a stitcher and any spare grenades that you might have in your stash. Also feel free to bring some barricades with you to set up upon any entry points that other people might enter. This way it provides you a little bit more protection and bring smokes for looting the bastion's body. And now this brings me on to loot. So for killing a bastion, you can expect to get anywhere between 60,000 and 100,000 per kill. It's purely dependent on the amount of bastion cores. Now I've had instances where I've had 5 and I've had instances where I've had 8 cores. It's completely dependent on your luck. You want to sell all your bastion cores immediately. You'll also gain a lot of advanced power cells from killing these guys, and they sell for 3,200 per stack of 5, but these can be made into surge shield rechargers by crafting them in the medical bench with one electrical component. Electrical components can be refined from plastic and chemical parts easily, so you can turn 5 arc power cells worth 3,200 into 5 surge rechargers worth 6,000. You're nearly doubling its worth by adding in a very common part in the electrical component. You also get arc motion cores. These are worth up to 1,000 per one. These are used to craft Wolfpacks and launcher ammo. If you don't have a need for launcher ammo and you can't craft Wolfpacks, then feel free to see these as well, as they can add up over time. You'll get a few other bits that can be dismantled into bulk metal parts and bulk rubber parts, like galvanised metal or rubber tubes. You also get ammo and other bits to make blue shields. You also get a lot of arc alloy. Now let's talk about arc alloy. Always, and I mean always, pick up arc alloy, as it's free money. They're worth 3,000 per stack of 15, and you'll get these in bulk when taking out bastions. After 3 bastion kills I had 4 stacks. That's 12,000 credits, just as a byproduct for killing these things. Please always pick up your arc alloy. If you're not bothered by credits and you don't plan to reset with an expedition window, then by all means hold on to all these crafting materials, as it will certainly help you out when you need blue shields, shield rechargers, things like that. And that's it. Hopefully you found the video useful and it helps you for taking down bastions moving forward, and it's kind of shown you that everything that they drop is valuable. If you liked the video, please feel free to show some love, and if you like what I do, feel free to subscribe for more Outrageous content. I'll let the footage play out so you can see exactly what you can expect to get when raiding a bastion. All the best, cheers.